Yeah, y'all gotta explain to me what kind of animal is this, because I'm not from this country. The school didn't do too much of a good job teaching us about the animals and stuff like that.
That's a whole lizard man right there. Just imagine if you walked into that.
In China, they're saying that they shot a UFO out the sky. Now I want you to look at that. You see right there? I need you to understand what's going on right here. Look at this right here. There it is. And there it goes.
Notice how when there's military action going on, the skies are crystal clear. There are no lines, there are no trails. Is it the same in your city?
And she already looked different once right here. And again, this is the Sharon Osbourne that I remember. So I don't know what is going on, you all.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. I'm literally just getting up shooting this. Like, it's already like 6 a.m. I'm coming through for y'all. I've been dropping every other day. Had to start off with a shout out to Amber. Shout out to Bobo Tanner. Shout out to your sons, Bodie and Brock. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for real. Thank you. And shout out to 904 AMP009. I love y'all. Appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I ain't gonna hold y'all no further. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
It's a freaking mermaid. No, literally.
I mean, what else could it be? Just sitting out there.
In case he doesn't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Straight out of the Truman Show. The stuff with Jim Carrey is very bizarre. What is up with this background that they chose to use at this award show? Clouds. Like, what is really going on? Because honestly, this doesn't even look like the same guy. And why would they quote the Truman Show at that? Something ain't adding up. And again, remember in the Truman Show movie, they had this cloud wall, this cloud background, when he discovered that everything around him in the Truman Show movie, that everything that he was living in, doing, was all one big lie. It was all made up. He was trapped in a fake system. This is very bizarre. And again, I know I can't be the only one out there to question and wonder what exactly is going on. I don't know what is going on, but there is something weird going on with Jim Carrey. What do you think?
I seen comments of people justifying on why he looks the way he looks, based off he's promoting something for his new movie, The Mask 2. I'm gonna say this. I respect your opinion if that's the direction your opinion is leaning towards. For me, bro, all this shit weird. Marketing or not, this shit's weird. And they might be marketing, but that don't mean that they're not giving us truth also. I'm just saying, y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. I got a little something with the Truman Show. With some new music I got, actually a new album. I got something along those lines coming. So just give y'all a heads up when y'all see the little things. I'm like, bro, why that look familiar? Yeah, it is. It is the Truman Show.
It's good to be home and it's good to be here.
Who
it's
is that?
warm atmosphere.
Who
it's,
is that right there
very
too?
friendly and it's
Who
a
are these
great
people?
vibe. It's been an amazing feeling having so many people
This is getting
care about
creepy.
you.
This is the Kelly Osbourne that I remember. So who on earth is this right here? Because this looks nothing like Kelly Osbourne, in my honest opinion. I don't know what's going on. Again, you can call it age or whatever, but something weird is going on. Why are all of these famous people looking different? And she already looked different once right here on the left side of the screen, and now she looks even more different. Again, guys, I don't know what is going on, but even Sharon Osbourne looks different. And again, this is the Sharon Osbourne that I remember. So I don't know what is going on, you all, but there is something weird going on. Oh yeah, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. What do you think?
Either it is old age or they on some shit that we ain't.
Only way to prepare for the future is to study history. So if you look over in Turkey, in the Cappadocia area, they found completely underground cities where they could hold 20 to 30,000 people that they didn't even know existed. I can send you that too so you can pull that up, because that's what we got to pay attention to, due to the fact that in the Hopi tribe and First Nations people, they said that they had to survive cataclysms on the earth from help from the ant people who came from underground.
Some will say it's military. Some will say
Your
it's
boy is
demons.
currently in the middle of World War III right now. You guys probably already saw, but Iran's been hitting Dubai with a bunch of rockets, and I live in the main building in Dubai, okay, the Burj Khalifa. Some parts of Dubai are being hit, but I personally just haven't seen it because it's not around this area. There's no like evacuations or anything like that, but I am seeing a lot of people that are just like packing up and leaving like altogether. I really have no idea where they're going because the airspace is shut, so you really can't fly out anywhere. So yeah, everything is pretty chill, and even if it wasn't, bro, it's not like I have a choice. I can't even fly out of here, so just gotta take it like a man. Whatever happens, happens.
Alright, so currently in the lobby of my hotel. Y'all probably can hear the emergency message going off. A bomb just hit. I'm not too far away. Kind of felt like an earthquake. Very loud noise. Everybody's phones going off. Ain't gonna lie, it's kind of crazy, y'all. The lady across the hall from us said she's Lebanese and this is nothing. She's experienced it before. So it kind of made us feel better, but I ain't gonna lie, growing up in the States, we ain't really deal with stuff like this, so just trying to keep calm through it all, remain prayed up, and yeah. Everybody is making their way down to the lobby, starting to fill up. You could like literally smell the debris, you could smell it. Got babies here. So hopefully they got an underground bunker or something in this hotel. This shit crazy though, so I don't know when we go get back to the States, but I am confident that we will. Not panicking. Keep faith in God. I know that we protected by Him, but it's definitely an eye-opening situation, so yeah.
Why we all can't just get along. And if you are one of them people who siding with, oh, I'm over here and I'm over there and this our people, this my country, nah, leave them over there. If you on that type of shit, good luck when shit hit the fan, because ain't nobody gonna be worried about who's immigrants, who's not from here, who's from here, was you red, was you blue. Nobody gonna care about that shit when it's hitting the fan, because them same people that's controlling your damn perspective right now on making you choose a side is gonna be the same ones whooping your ass, whooping my ass, and whooping everybody else's ass in this shit too. Just saying. Somebody got to tell you if ain't nobody going to tell you. Somebody got to say it. And I'm going to be the one. What's y'all thoughts, man? Y'all agreeing with me? Y'all disagreeing with me? I don't want no war. I don't want no war. I want peace. That's what I want. Unity and peace. And respect and freedom. And some more shit.
It has just been confirmed that the supreme leader of Iran was killed by Trump and Netanyahu. Iran has also responded saying they're going to unleash one of the largest attacks in history on the United States. And if you haven't forgotten, earlier today, Trump and Netanyahu, in the middle of the night, bombed a girls' elementary school. Now the death count is over 108 people. This is not fake, embellished news. They literally bombed an elementary school in Iran. This is real. Because, of course, Trump and Netanyahu are both quite famous for their endangerment of children.
I need y'all to stock up on pounds and pounds of food, all right? It's game time. No more around. You already had your test during. This is the same shit that's going to be happening. I need you to go to the store, stock up on pounds and pounds of rice, pounds and pounds of beans, the uncooked beans, the beans that are in their plastic bags. Then I also need you to stock up on a shit tons of canned food, non-perishable food. You need to keep the idea of being able to have food for the next 3 to 5 months just in case anything happens. Don't forget about toilet paper. How you gonna wipe your ass? Come on, man. Paper towels. Be smart. You've done this shit before. The other most important thing, water, all right? You can't be drinking out of the damn sink. That fluoride-ass water that you guys are already bathing in. Stock up on spring water, not the regular cheap bottles of water that they sell you at Walmart that they're putting poison into it already, all right? Spring water. And also go to the store and get those big-ass blue 5-10 gallon bottles of water that have spring water, and you can go and find places that give free spring water. They're always 45 minutes away from any person in the country. There's 45 minutes away, an hour away. Start stocking up on 10 of those. What else do we need? Gasoline. How are you going to get anywhere if you're stranded and they turn off the fuel pumps like they did a few years ago? Remember, what if you're away from your kids? How are you going to get to your kids? Stock up on gasoline and put it in a safe place away from your house so you don't blow your garage up. Stock up on machetes, on knives, on bear mace. Everybody that is strapped up, make sure you have an ample amount of ammunition. We've all watched the movie The Purge, y'all. We've all watched it. And there's only a certain amount of shit that I can say without having the feds show up at my door. Protect your family and protect yourself. Stock up on everything, all right? Make sure you have a shit ton of baking soda and coconut oil. That way, you can cook your food, but you can also make your own toothpaste, all right? Because you don't want to just go and buy a bunch of Colgate and have fluoride into your mouth and do all that stupid shit, all right? Secondly, get rid of Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative words and take them to vocabulary, because it's those stupid words that have already put us in the predicament already. And it's so sad that there's now people in other countries that have been getting a few years for you guys to actually pay attention. And also start to say prayers for all of the American soldiers that are going to be losing their lives for this dumb ass bullshit. Thirdly, you cannot believe in the Almighty, the Most High, Yahushua, Yeshua, I am the Messiah, and follow Trump too. Get that shit out of your mouth. Get that shit out of your mind, okay? Because we clearly believe in 2 different gods. 2 different people, 2 different purposes, 2 different objectives. Wake up.
What's happening? What's happening? Your homie, Mr. Capone. Yeah, I'm one of the last flights that landed right here in Dubai. My flight landed at the Dubai airport, and I'm one of the last flights that landed here, and now the whole airspace is closed. But it's okay though, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm happy because I did my Umrah, so you know, I'm clean from all the dirty sins or anything that happened in this world. And I wrote a will back home in America to pass on to anything that I have. So this is a credibility that me double downing on the will that I wrote. So if anything happens in this country because of the Iran-US war, you already know what it is. And man, I was supposed to be back Thursday, and it is what it is. Yo, I'll keep you up with more reports right here, what's going on in Dubai. Your homie, Mr. Capone. Hey, you already know what it is. I'm clear from all the dudes, and yeah, this war will start.
Of course, what he said at the end of that, I gotta mute it.
See, y'all don't believe shit is real unless you see it on the news. Well, look at this shit. In China, they are saying that they shot a UFO out the sky. Now, I want you to look at that. You see right there? I need you to understand what's going on right here. Look at this right here. There it is. And there it goes. Now, you got to ask yourself this. After all these years of people saying that they saw UFOs, that they saw aliens, and they downplayed it, why now? Why are these people letting us see this shit now? I tell you this, exactly what I told you before. Do not believe that they didn't know about anything that's about to happen. Everything that's about to happen, they knew about. The footage that you just saw was on the news in China. It's real convenient how it's a whole lot of crazy shit going on in 2025. 2 + 2 + 5 = 9. And you already know what the 9 means. It means an ending cycle. So what's ending? All of a sudden they're letting us know that they've been in contact with certain things. All of a sudden they're letting us know that they tried to shoot down a UFO over here, but we couldn't do it because the UFO was too fast. All of a sudden they're letting us know that a 3-eye atlas should be arriving here.
If it was real, why they put it on the news? For me, this is partly why I believe that our 1% or royal families, or whatever you want to put it as, are at war with another species. And to my people who think that aliens or fallen angels or demons, why is it when they go to send nukes or missiles at other countries, sometimes UFOs pop up and take the missiles out the sky? Like they blow them up. Before that missile can cause destruction, why have UFOs stepped in and stopped the destruction? Because demons and fallen angels create destruction. And the opposite of that is someone who doesn't create destruction. So that's where I'm asking where y'all get that from. And don't say because y'all read it. I want to hear something else. I gotta hear something more than that, because I'm seeing something more than that. You get what I mean? We read one thing, but we seeing something different. So why is that the case? And this right here, it makes me question, if we seen UFOs take missiles out the sky, why would they let a damn missile hit them? I can't make, like, I'm trying to connect the dots. My common sense says, bro, that was a staged video we just saw. And what they just blew up out the sky was probably an empty ass plane or some shit. Empty ass UFO or something. That's my opinion. What's y'all's?
Notice how when there's military action going on, the skies are crystal clear. There are no lines, there are no trails. Is it the same in your city? Pay attention to the coincidences. There are no coincidences. It's the first time I've seen the sky, the real sky, in a long time. That's Babylon.
This is probably a bad idea, but I am going to throw an object into this vortex. I've gotten a lot of people asking me for it, and truth be told, I don't actually know what will happen. This is a little rubber eraser. It's the safest thing I could think of. I don't have renter's insurance, and I'm kind of videotaping this whole thing, so I don't really have a lot of plausible deniability if things go wrong. So, yeah, let's hope things go all right. This is toss number 4. Oh, whoa. I don't know if you can see that, but it like flew out. I mean, the eraser looks normal and fine. And the vortex is pretty much the same. So I'm gonna try that again and see if I can get it to see if I can catch it, see if I can get it to toss it back to me. All right, here you go, buddy. Whoa. I don't like the look of that at all. It's moving so weird now. Where'd that eraser go? Whoa. Whoa, look at this. Okay, so this type of fractalization is a bad sign. It's likely that there is a tear forming within the vortex, and that I should be very concerned about. So follow along to see what stupid I do next.
Where did he find it? How did he make it if he made it? I got questions.
Quick. I'm so late. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to see you. The Grinch is one of my favorite movies.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, we're short for time.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Turned parts of our country into a playground for the super rich. Children, vulnerable kids from poor communities were taken, stripped, released into isolated terrain and hunted like animals. Guns, dogs, helicopters, for sport. Survivors describe Jay-Z and Beyonce being there on at least 3 occasions, laughing, directing, even killing when the moment felt right. I'm an inspector with the Lagos State Police Command, 15 years on the force. I've seen corruption, I've seen crime, but nothing like this. We have names, dates, locations, credible enough to open a formal case. My team wanted to move fast, issue international arrest warrants, request Interpol red notices, question Jay-Z and Beyonce through diplomatic channels. We had enough to bring them in for questioning, to seek real justice for the...
Is anybody else tripped out by the concept of parallel realities? Because quantum physicists are absolutely certain that there are infinite parallel realities that exist simultaneously right now. Like, there's a totally different reality in which you could be a CEO, you could be an actor, you could be a firefighter, you could be homeless, like literally everything. Anything and everything is possible. How do you access those alternate realities? And the answer is, it's simply a decision that you make. Every decision that you make is leading you to a different reality. If you think about it, you chose this reality. Like, the reality that you're in right now, you chose because of your own free will. So when you think about it in that way, in the way in which any possible reality that could ever exist already does exist, and it's just a matter of choice, it changes your entire perspective on life. Because it's like, okay, well, if I want to get to that reality, what do I have to do? What actions do I need to take and what decisions do I need to make? But I think the question that people don't ask themselves is what mindset do I need to embody to access that reality?
All right, I'm over it. I've had it. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. How do I know that? If the Epstein files can come out, and it's well documented that our favorite politicians, singers, actors, athletes are literally eating children, and the news cycle is all about a war with Iran, because that's what we're doing now. It's fake. It's all fake. Nothing is real. That is not real. This life is not real. Jesus is real. And if we are not gonna just fall on our face and acknowledge that, we're cooked. We're cooked. Because this is not real. None of this is real.
Yeah, y'all gotta explain to me what kind of animal is this, because I'm not from this country. The school didn't do too much of a good job teaching us about the animals and stuff like that. But I know for one, I have never seen this thing in my life, y'all. And people in our comments are saying the same thing. What the heck is that, y'all? What is this? This thing washed up on the shores of Long Beach, California. Did y'all hear about this? They're probably not saying too much about this. What is this, y'all? Check this out.
¿Qué tipo de animal sería este?
Yeah, what is that?
Tiene aletas, tiene patas, pelo.
It's not no dog, bro. Look at this. What is
Aquí
that?
Estamos en las playas de Long Beach.
Yeah, they must be doing something in the water, man. They must be doing something in the water, because this is something I have never seen before. I don't know if it's a water animal. It looked like a mix between a seal, a pig, a dog. It looked like it got human feet. Look at this. It looked like a seal too, bro. It looked like a seal. But nonetheless, 2026 got a whole bunch of surprises for us. Let me know down in the comments below if you've seen this before, y'all. The ship is here. Let's get it. Peace out.
What if they was transporting it and it fell off a ship?
Should we be concerned about an attack back from Iran?
Us?
Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
Well, not like a direct attack. They're not going to launch missiles at us. If anything, after this, you got to be concerned about proxies. That's how they've always done it. That's how Iran's always done things all over the world, through its proxies and through, and this and that, but as far as like direct, like military action from there, no freaking way.
What about U.S. military bases?
They already attacked. Yeah, on that. They immediately launched missiles to Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Iran did, as a retaliation, which is like a dumb move on their hand. Because the U.S. didn't get like international support, it didn't go to the UN as usual, you know, in this situation with this administration. Right? It just went out there and just, you know, gunsling, right?
Speaking of the devil.
Right. But we didn't get support. So I think the way Iran retaliated was actually a detriment to them, to their standing. Because you just lobbed missiles at countries that probably weren't even involved and probably would likely be leaning towards being on your side, like you know, in the Arab world. But you just freaking lobbed on them, and now you just basically gave them carte blanche to like, oh, you know what? We're going to support the U.S. now that you freaking lobbed missiles at us, even though you were going after U.S. bases. You know, like in Dubai, they had to like freeze the airspace because missiles were going over, you know, the UAE. You know, so I think, but as far as us, nah, you got to worry about, you know, some proxy, you know, blowing up a concert or a bus or something. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. But over there, like, no, it's not, I don't think we have to worry about anything.
I feel that since everyone now is aware about, okay, we were Indians, quote unquote, all this stuff, we're not going past that. We're not going past what was before Cherokee, Choctaw, all them nations. We're not going past that. We're not going to where we was in castles, in Tartaria building, mounds, pyramids, all types of stuff. And then it's even stuff before then. Nigga, we had floating cribs in the sky. It get deeper than that. And I feel like in order for us to reclaim our gods and goddesses status, first we need to know who we are. That's the first step. And then we just need to widen our knowledge, because once you tell one lie, you got to keep telling them. So that's why it's all these different names, all these different things, how we were destiny swapped from different people, and now them people, they're getting kicked out their reservations, the government not giving them no more money. It's a whole thing, but this was to come, because you cannot keep pretending to be something that you're not, and like whatever. But it's like these names and stuff was given to us. If you want a piece of land with everybody that looks like you would not need to know that you're India. You would not need to know that you're a part of this XYZ, because y'all all are the same. Y'all all are connected. So that's once again paper genocide, the whole ordeal.
She going crazy, bro. Some don't want to believe that one though.
About you, but to me there's something about this image that's really creepy. It shows an undeveloped marsh with what looks like an ancient temple sitting alone in the middle of it. This picture's only around 100 years old, and that's not an ancient temple. It's the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. What this image captures is a strange moment in history that most people have never heard of. The capital city is built here on the banks of the Potomac River. You notice how the river gets really wide down here? Early Washington, D.C. was built along something called the Potomac Flats, essentially just a giant swampy marshland between the river and the shore. Now I know that sounds rather unpleasant, but these marshes were incredibly productive and were the lifeblood of indigenous cultures like the Nacotchtank for literally thousands of years. But to the more extractive and industrial American empire, these marshes were more of just an obstacle. By the mid-1800s, DC's growing population began to cause problems with this ecosystem. The raw sewage dumped into the creeks began to literally fill the marsh. It also became a fertile breeding ground for malaria, which was introduced to the Americas by and their 300 years of human cargo. In the mid-1800s, it was decided that the best solution to these problems was to simply pave over the wetland. Ultimately, more than 12 million cubic yards of material would be used to bury the Potomac Flats. And the sewage swamp water was presumably pumped directly into the US government, where it remains today. When all was said and done, the project had reclaimed nearly 600 acres of land. Today are home to the placid waters of the reflecting pool and the unstained marble of the Lincoln Memorial. If you're watching this, you probably also think real history is pretty important. And if so, sauce me a follow so we don't lose each other. Share this with a friend who gets it.
Damn, he just taught me something new.
That's amazing. I love that shot. We're inside a cooling tower at the Satsop nuclear power facility, which never went online. This is where the steam that's produced by the facility would be released and cool as it goes up. Because of the shape of the surfaces and because they're hard and reflective, we get an echo, a very severe echo. We're still trying to understand it ourselves. This is the first time I've ever experienced anything like this. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody calm down. This is not fun. When you make a sound, and a surface is far enough away that it returns that sound to you such that you hear it as a distinct occurrence. You hear it as a separate event. Hey! It's amazing.
At 1, but basketball at 4. Yo! Yo! That sounds insane. Echo! What the f? Right, balloons. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. That sounds
And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so.
You make a sound.
Oh shit, there we go. Somebody about to be mad though.
They thought they could hide this from you. Do you know who this man is? Comment below if you think you know, but don't cheat. While you're guessing, can you tell me what race you think you are? While you're doing that, I'll give you some clues. You see, what happened is the poor started to realize they had a common enemy. The rich. A man named Nathaniel Bacon led a rebellion in 1676, but the scariest part for the elites wasn't the fire, it was the unity. Africans and poor Europeans, enslaved and indentured, fought together. They burned Jamestown to the ground. Class solidarity almost destroyed the ruling class. And he was the one being overthrown. Do you know who this man is now? This man is William Berkeley, a rich elite who ran the Virginia colony hundreds of years ago. Back then, the labels you know didn't exist. There was no white team, there was no black team. You were either European or African, you were rich or poor, and Berkeley had a massive problem. You see, Berkeley and the elites needed to make sure the poor never united again. Their solution? Divide and conquer. They drafted the Virginia slave codes. They told the poor Europeans, stop working with the Africans. We'll give you privileges, land, and a new identity. We'll call you white. Pretty much they said, you may be poor, but at least you aren't them. You see, language is a code, and spells are real. If you look up the etymology of spell, it's a story, a tale, or a narrative. S-P-E-L. From that moment, white and black became law, not biology, not science, a social spell. You see, when a story or narrative is repeated enough, it runs in your subconscious mind like background programming. It controls your reality without you realizing, like you actually think black and white people exist. They don't. I'll prove it. So go back to the question I asked at the start. You said you were white or black, a lot of you. Look at this chart. Where does white end? Where does black begin? I've never met a white person. I've never met a black person. You are all just different shades of brown. You should pause it here and look if you don't believe me. So biology exposes there are more genetic diversity within racial groups than between them. Let me give you an example. You might look at a Doberman Pinscher, a Rottweiler, and a Great Dane and think Rottweilers are obviously more related to Dobermans than they are Great Danes because they look very similar. But actually Rottweilers are more related to Great Danes. And further, no matter how different the dog breeds look, Rottweilers and Poodles, they're all the same species. It gets way deeper. You're in a zoo right now. You need to escape that zoo.
Y'all heard him. We all together in this shit. We were all together in this shit. They divided us, as they doing right now, as they still try to continue to keep doing. What I'm saying is not true. It's all for entertainment. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. But if some shit go left, don't want to be cool with your neighbor then. Be cool with your neighbor before that. Build that chemistry in that relationship before that. You don't want to get hit with the oh shit factor and then some shit go left and then you figure out you was wrong this whole time and then you got to say, oh shit, but you got your kids looking at you and shit's hitting the fan. Be a little too late at that point. What's y'all thoughts, man? What's y'all thoughts? We all need to stick together. We all need to work together. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
If I could prove to you that fallen angels are in fact real and on earth, in flesh, would you allow it to make you fearless like it made me? Well, if you're brave, you should stick around. And if you're not brave, you should really stick around. Now I want to show you that in the Book of Enoch, stars are explicitly described as fallen angels, and there were 200 of them. 200 that descended to earth to marry human women. And stars are explicitly described as fallen angels. And geologists have identified nearly 200 confirmed meteor impacts. These star wounds are all across the earth. And what did these 200 watchers or fallen angels or stars do again? Oh, they descended to earth to marry human women. Just like Genesis 6:2 says, the sons of God saw that daughters of men were beautiful and they took them as wives. The sons of God. Now instead of fallen angels or watchers, they're called the sons of God, which can mean angelic beings or fallen angels. Now, if you haven't seen my videos where I continue to prove over and over and over again that people from our past, like President Fillmore, looks exactly like Alec Baldwin, but also shares the exact same scarring and facial marks. But not only that, but their wives always look the exact same. Let me show you a few. That's Robin Williams and his wife. That's President Teddy Roosevelt and his wife. You know who, and you know who, and Andrew Jackson and his wife. George and Martha Washington, and well, you can see it if you just, That's Glenn Close and her husband. That's Jake Gyllenhaal and President Nixon. President Nixon's wife. Jake Gyllenhaal's wife, maybe girlfriend. Anthony Hopkins, President Buchanan, Ryan Gosling, his wife Eva Mendes, Franklin Roosevelt, his wife Eleanor, Aaron Rodgers and the guy that played Herman Munster in The Munsters, and his wife and his former girlfriend. And recently I did a video on John Travolta, who played an angel in the movie Michael. And hey, that's Nicolas Cage, who also played an angel in the movie City of Angels. A movie about an angel who falls in love and then gets banished down to earth. John Travolta, who was in an angel movie, a movie called Face Off, who suspiciously looks like Joe Namath and this guy from the 1800s. And that's John's wife, and that's Joe's wife. Oh, and Nicolas Cage, who I said also played an angel in that movie. Well, I've done a video on how Nicolas Cage used to be Andy Kaufman because they faked their deaths because they don't die, and you would notice if they were never dying. Oh, and that's Andy Kaufman's wife and Nicolas Cage's wife. And Nicolas Cage says, no, I'm not a vampire, when this 140-year-old picture from the Civil War surfaces that looks more than just a little like him. No, he's not a vampire. He's a fallen angel. And personally, I don't think these 200 craters from star wounds weren't from them coming down, but coming up out of the bottomless pit. As in the pit that Satan and all his angels were held in during the 1,000 years, and then released to test humanity one last time by deceiving the nations. And well, if those 200 watchers were released, do you think their wives would be released with them? Their wives that were transformed into sirens to lead humanity astray? It kind of sounds like deceiving the nations. Not only have you been deceived to not believe in angels and to think you're an evolved chimp spinning on a globe, but our timeline has also been a deception because we are past that. We are during the deceiving part when you are being tested by God's fallen angels. The question is, what side is winning? What side are you on? Are you falling for the temptations of the flesh and worshiping all of the fallen? Or are you turning your eyes to the skies and worshiping our spiritual father? But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes, and I definitely don't think they tell us the truth in movies. Entertainment only.
Is he reaching? Or are y'all agreeing with him?
We may have just gotten a list for the elites that were attending Bohemian Grove in 2023. You know, the place where the elites meet up, and there's the huge owl, and they're known for the very controversial cremation of care ritual, where no one really knows till this day what's going on there. But the elites go there for some type of retreat every year, and they stay there for about 2 weeks. And there's rumors of some just super wealthy and powerful elites that go here. But the problem is, no one could get in, and only a couple people have snuck in, and they can only record from extremely far in the hills, and you can just hear weird voiceovers of acting and a bunch of people sitting down at dinner while people are doing this big show for them. But what's really going on and who is attending this ceremony? According to the New York Post, a journalist hounded one of the members, and it has been confirmed by a member, and he got a list of about 2,000 people, and they were broken up into mini camps where they described it like something like fraternities. I don't think he released the full list yet, but there's rumors of Conan O'Brien, Clint Eastwood, and I think they put a couple names here. There's Nancy Pelosi's husband, the founder of Bloomberg. Here are the lists on the New York Post article, but if we get more information on any of this, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated because this literally just came out.
Psychics, because we talked about this before we got here. Bro, I got Beverly Rhodes, the #1 psychic in the world, worked for the CIA 25 years. She want to come to parlay with us.
They got a famous.
Gotta be careful with psychics, though.
No, listen.
Why?
Tell us why.
Okay.
You ain't got no NDA with psychics.
The problem with psychics is this. Sometimes psychics will interact with entities that are portraying to be your family members, but they're really demons. So that's the whole thing with psychics. You see what I'm saying?
Careful.
No, we are not looking at rocks, but a world-ending warning that our last coming days are here despite being promised we're safe. People were terrified after archaeologists found archaeological proof that the Book of Enoch and giants are real, and their bone-chilling warnings that we are facing a biblical end to life is indeed happening. Haunting verses warn that God flooded the earth 40 days and 40 nights just to drown the giants, with many of them climbing to the top of mountains to get away, and many have now noticed the stark resemblance of Himalayan salts to petrified human tissue, with not only the exact same compounds like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and iron found in the salt and in humans, but God is known to petrify people and animals who had sinned into salt, just like Lot's wife. The reports get much stranger as giants and Nephilims were reported throughout biblical scriptures and folklore well before the cultures could communicate with each other, and they all claim to have seen them.
Do y'all believe in giants? I do.
I added Billie Eilish for asking, if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? Which is a very valid question. Okay, yes, she's a millionaire. Do you know the difference between a million and a billion? 1 million seconds, 11.5 days. 1 billion seconds, 31.5 years. Exactly, vociferous. I think once you hit 1 billion, you win at life. Like you get a certificate in the mail that says, hey, you've conquered this shit. No more. And then every dollar you make over that just goes into a big ass fund that solves world problems because we're all human. This is nefarious. $480 billion, 88. Let me leave out that 8. That's an important 8 billion. 235, 313, and you just don't need that much ever. And there's no way that you're headed toward a good world if people like this have this much money. There should also be another billionaire rule where if we check your company and you have anybody hired underneath you that needs food stamps or government assistance, oh yeah, we gonna take that out your billions of dollars, because how are you paying people and they can't even survive out this money? I can see the comments coming from a mile away. They earned it. They did the work. They're not supposed to just give I'm not asking for no handouts. I'm not saying we should just hand money away. But at the end of the day, if you think it's okay for somebody to have $480 billion, but there's people starving all across the world, and there's mad people homeless that don't need to be homeless, there's vets that need money and need assistance that aren't getting it, hello? I mean, yeah, money's not real in the first place, because if you would think about it, we're $38 trillion in debt. Who the f do we owe, and when are we possibly going to pay that back? But y'all be knocking on my door if I miss a little credit card payment or something. This world makes no sense. No, I'm not no billionaire, but I promise you, I'm going to be cool with not $199 million. Like, I'm going to be fine. My kids going to be fine. My kids' kids, they kids going to be fine. I promise you, I'm going to be okay with not $199 million. Billions? You know, that's just selfish, and there's something a little bit wrong with you.
Gotta agree, bro. It's just crazy how, like, the world. Look, I went back to certain parts of my city that I ain't been back to in a long time. I don't really have no intentions on being around there no more. It looked like a zombie land, bro. And I be sitting there thinking, like, bro, there are billionaires all over this world right now who can literally put all their money together and probably take in poverty, but they want a certain lifestyle to keep going. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, bro. I gotta agree with them. And if you gonna have billions, bro, like, come on, help the world just a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt you to help the world. Like, what's wrong with that? And they don't help the world enough. You feel what I mean? Like, in my opinion, what's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts?
Bro, listen to what I just heard, bro. I heard somebody say, consider how precious a soul must be when both God and the devil are chasing after it. Alright. Oh, these people are really playing in our faces now, because ain't no way that the Epstein list came out and McDonald's was on the list, and McDonald's comes out with a new burger and they have the CEO trying it out, and this man look like he don't even want to eat it. He barely want to say his name. Are you kidding me? Bro, tell me y'all seen this video. If not, check this out.
It's Kay here with, you've heard about it.
No, we didn't.
Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already. It's in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product.
We don't care.
It is so good.
Just
I'm going to
eat
do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch.
Just do it.
So here we go.
Do it right now.
Holy cow. God, that is a big burger.
Is that why they say holy cow? Because they want you to think it's a cow, but it's really, I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to make, because why would they want you to think it's, the kids?
Sauce.
Y'all see that?
Some lettuce. So
Hold on.
There's so much going on.
Y'all think these people are playing with us? Y'all think it's a game? Look what's behind him. Look, Herman Petty, right? Isn't that what he's being? And matter of fact, he look like a Herman. He don't look like his name is Chris.
Some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it.
Translation, he does not want to eat it.
There's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out.
We know.
All right, the moment of truth.
Look at that. Where's the bite?
That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch.
Where's the bite?
Distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger. It also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product.
Did he just say it's unlike anything else on our menu? So what did McDonald's got some diabolical stuff going on, and he's at the top of it, y'all. Y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that he didn't purposely move out the way so y'all can see that he's being petty. And it's the year 2026. If you're still feeding your children, I don't know what to tell y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video, man. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. They told us. Peace in.
I didn't think Herman Petty when I seen that. Who else in the comments thought human patty? That's what I thought. That's what my mind went to. What do y'all think his facial expression is? He didn't want to touch or eat that.
I was taken by beings who self-identified as Saurian. Their ancestry came from something what we would describe as reptiles. I think that they had an interest in my development. If there's any kind of intervention physically, it would have occurred in the story I told about being a young child and being taken to that Victorian house and being medically examined. And so the hybridization is not necessarily changing our appearance, but more like expanding our consciousness and expanding human potential to be all that we can be. And the agencies are CIA in particular. And I believe that they are looking at human origins through the examination of alien DNA and the discovery that some of that alien DNA is in humans, that they want to know the origin of that, and that certain humans seem to have enhanced DNA. And we know that certain families have this enhanced DNA, not just regular human DNA, but enhanced DNA. How far back does it go?
And they monitor that too. They monitor these bloodlines, bro.
Here it is. Okay. It says no trespassing. Well, look, it's a lot of grass, people. Hope there's no snakes down here. Oh, shit. No. There's no doorknob. There's a light. I don't know. Let me see if there's a back door. At the second location of a cemetery, it's a church, Mount Olive Baptist Church, organized 1915. So, but it looks like it's locked, so I'm not going to be able to go in. And I'm certainly not going to unlock it because that would be trespassing now, wouldn't it? Or are you able to go in? Let's see. Oh, okay. Able to go in. Hope I don't get in trouble for that, but let me in. It's 1857, 1929. I'm looking for a family. Back of the house, you see that window? It has a curtain in it. That's all boarded up. I feel like I saw someone in the window, so I'm getting the F-U-C-K out of here. That's it for me. Jesse, you're putting me too much to work. Could be in danger. Back to
Something. These EP files is literally the absolute start of the great deception that is getting ready to come. And I say that because one thing that the EP files has done, it has literally exposed that Jesus is real, but not that Jesus is real, that we live in a world with high spiritual activity, but it also have revealed the disclosure that the GOV people had been talking about, that they were going to disclose, and the whole summer was these meetings and these press conferences concerning the disclosure. And we found that these people are literally reptilians and lizards. And not only that, but it is proven by way of what we've seen that has came out through the files. And this is the start. I'm like, why is it so significant? But this is the start of the great deception, because they're disclosing the supernatural realm to the world. And all of us, most of us already, the conspiracy people, we already knew this, but there are a great deal of people that didn't know that the supernatural realm is real. Now there's this big conversation. I'm going to do a video on it later, but there's a big conversation on astral projection. And this disclosure is happening because they are preparing the atmosphere. The kingdom of darkness is preparing for the great deception, preparing for the AC to come on the scene. First, they expose the evil right in front of you. They normalize it some way. They're trying to make it normal where we are like, oh yeah. And then they did this as if it's normal. But I told you, anything demonic from a demonic source, it's weird. It is weird. That's the first sign of the demonic sources. And then they create us living in chaos, getting us used to the normality of evil and darkness, and invoking it within society, invoking it within our conversations. So now it begins, the evil feels normal. It's normalized. And this is the disclosure that they are doing because they're getting ready to prepare the way for that supernatural situations and events. And you know, people were saying that they were waiting for the UAPs and the people in invasion. It is the people. It is the people in the EP situation. It is the people. They are the people. This is wild to me. They are the lizards, the wizards, the witches, the warlocks, the lizards. It is them. So the reason why they're releasing it, because they are getting ready to be activated. And in order to be activated, they literally need the AC to come on the scene. And that is when they're going to be activated. So that is why the EP files was held up and now it's being exposed for such a time as this, because of the timing of it. Now, if we all don't understand the timing of it, I don't know what to tell you. So now they build this normalized evil. You live in chaos. Evil begins to feel normal. Corruption feels normal. And now the supernatural realm is activated. It is literally a spiritual attack for deception. And I need people to understand that. The Lord literally said this is a spiritual attack. I didn't even understand what that meant. Like, what do you mean this is a spiritual attack? It's a spiritual attack because it's setting up a great deception. This is wild. Because if your eyes is not open and you're not operating in the Spirit of God, you will miss it. You will completely miss it. You will just think, oh, this is fraudulent. They're all making it up. It's right or left. The left is trying to demonize the right. They don't want the principle. That's chaos. When truth is right in front of you, and that is the deception of it. The deception of it is the truth is right in front of us. But the lie and the deception is to say that it's not truth. This burns me up because the enemy is cunning, and he's not only cunning, but he's ridiculous. Get your houses in order. And this is not for you to be, I'm not here to fearmonger anybody. If you have fear, that's on you. You bring in the fear, not me. Get your houses in order. And when I mean that, I mean your soul. When they say get your houses in order, what does that mean? Your soul. Get your soul in alignment with God. We did a corporate fast in the top of the year, and the Lord spoke to me, alignment. This year is an alignment year. In the spirit, we are to align ourselves with God, because if we're not in alignment, we're going to miss the deception that is coming.
I've always liked to shapeshift.
I might disappear for this video, but I think everyone deserves to know the truth about the place we live in and the things that run it. I think by now you might be suspicious of the constructs of this world. Well, these are the things behind it. And they roam freely among us. They could be anyone. They run this earth like a prison.
It's getting spooky out here, bro. That's a whole lizard man right there. Just imagine if you walked into that and he's squaring up with you. What you gonna do? I'm fighting, yeah, but I'm going to expect to lose unless I got that swammy on me, bro. Bro, you know he hitting the lizard gym, bro. He ripped up. So just imagine if you had to go 3 rounds with that, and you walked in them Amazons where you don't belong. You people walking where y'all don't belong, man. Y'all don't belong out there. And then you come across something like that. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. My name French Dose, man. We just over here trying to get to the truth, bro. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure you follow me here for more. It's getting spooky out here.
I love his work, but I do think that clip right there is AI. What movie was that?
All right, you guys, so I just got word from my friend. She called me freaking out and panicking. She watches my safety videos. She said that she was at a stoplight and she was heading home from work, and she said that she felt like there was nobody else like on the road. It's a quiet neighborhood in Folsom. And she said a dark car pulled up behind her and lightly, like very lightly tapped her bumper. And she was like, okay, this is weird, because this is a potentially human trick where they come up behind you, they tap your bumper, and then they try to get you to get out of your car, and then they grab you. So she looked in her rearview mirror because she knows about this bait trick. This is called a bait trick. And she said that she saw two men in the car, and they were like wearing dark clothing. The car was dark. She couldn't make out their faces because, you know, it's 6 o'clock at night. It's dark outside. And so she said that they were like motioning for her to get out of her car. Like they were like, roll down your window. Come on, get out of the car, get out of the car. Like, and she said that she cracked her window, and she said that he put his head out the window and he was like, miss, we accidentally hit your bumper. You got to get out. You got to get out. We need to report this. And she was like, oh, hell to the honey no. And she hightailed it out of there. And she did not go home. She went to a local business, pulled into a super busy parking lot in Folsom, walked into the business, and then she filed a police report. But guys, seriously, this is a bait trick. Now, it could have been nothing, but she did say she went and she looked at her bumper and there was no dent, no nothing. She did feel the tap. She said she felt the tap, but there was no damage, no nothing. So she's very grateful she didn't get out of the car. I cannot for certain say that these two men were doing this to my friend tonight, but I can say with certainty that this has been happening in the Sac, and it is a bait trick where whether they're trying to bump your car in order to rob you and take your purse, or to do something worse. And I think the ones that they will get out of the car, you'll get out of the car, they'll get out of their car, they'll grab you, your car will be abandoned, and no one's ever gonna see you again. So this is a bait trick. Just be careful. This happened to my friend tonight. Like I said, I cannot factually say that these guys were trying to do this, but she did file a police report. She got their license plate number, and if they are trying to rob people, at least it's been reported. Stay safe.
If the moon and the sun are not competing, then there is no need for us to compete. Everyone has their time to shine. So the moon is patiently waiting for its time. Right now, it is the sun's time to shine. What does that mean?
Makes a lot of sense when she said it like that.
I tried to do a live stream, but I got myself in trouble. This is the observatory, the north-facing camera in Hawaii. That object right there, that should not be there. You can see how it's kind of cloaked. But as we do this, you can see that there is an actual object. It's like a UFO that is cloaked at the observatory in Hawaii. And then you see what happened? It dispersed. I got myself in trouble, you all. I did.
I think that was something there. I think she was reaching. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all. If y'all watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish you was smooth 7. I love y'all, Collective. Till I see everybody in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm